Hey, what's up guys? Josh Baldwin here with Vegan Fit. I'm with my buddy Kevin today, and I'm gonna try to turn him vegan. So he we talked yesterday and he kind of expressed an interest in at least kind of giving it a shot or trying it out. So we're gonna go to Whole Foods and I'm gonna kind of help him get some breakfast, some lunch ideas, dinner ideas, and hopefully make this an easy process for him. All right, so Kevin and I have not talked about necessarily why he's doing this. I wanted to kind of save that stuff for the camera for you guys. So I'm gonna kind of interview him while he's driving. Hopefully he keeps his eyes mostly on the road. And we'll talk a little bit about why you might want to do veganism or kind of looking into it or curious about it.
Yeah, definitely. So for me, it's basically, there's a lot of benefits that you can take advantage of. Health benefits, environmental benefits, animal benefits. So it's an opportunity to expose yourself to something new and then possibly grow. Also to give you a variety of selection when you're eating. A lot of times I'm in there and I'm getting steak, chicken, pork, the same back-to-back items that I eat day in and day out. So it just offers an opportunity to, you know, expose yourself to something new.
So not particularly one element is driving you?
Not particularly.
Okay. Just curious. So this is always an interesting topic to me when I talk to people about veganism, is talking about if they've seen any kind of documentaries. And the reason for that is I don't necessarily feel it's always the most powerful thing, but I find that more people will convert to veganism or at least get interested in it just based on a documentary than talking to someone for 7 hours. So I can talk to Kevin for 12 hours about veganism and he'll be like, oh, that's cool, well, maybe I'll think about it. But if he watches one documentary, maybe it might have a more powerful effect. Have you seen anything?
Yeah, it's definitely powerful to actually watch the sort of behind the scenes, you know, behind the curtain, what actually goes down before you go to the store and you're buying your pack of chicken or your steak or, you know, fill in the blank. Because a lot of the companies, once you watch, I've seen like Food Inc. and a couple of other ones, and once you see that the companies basically get paid to torture the animals that you're purchasing, it changes your mind a little bit. So that's kind of part of it. I'll be honest, when I go to the store and I purchase a package of chicken, it's not the first thing on my mind because I'm so indirectly involved with the actual process of how it got there. But to be responsible and to actually have knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes, it does sort of impact what decisions you make and how you sort of support that industry just by making your everyday purchases.
Yeah, and that's definitely a big thing for you guys out there that aren't vegan or vegetarian yet. You know, a lot of people talk about like, oh, well, I know a guy who treats his animals right, or I know a guy who treats his chickens right, and so the eggs aren't that bad to eat or whatever. But does that mean when you go out to restaurants, do you ask them, does this come from a humane chicken farm? No, you probably don't ask them that, right? So just being interested and curious into how the process works and what these animals are going through, I think that's a big part of it. So obviously there's a lot of great documentaries out there. I think the biggest one is like Cowspiracy. That probably shows the most. The other really, really good one out there, if you care about the animal perspective, is called Earthlings. That one's just fantastic and really kind of, it's hard to watch sometimes, but it's a really good one. Okay, so we're going to Whole Foods right now. Whole Foods is definitely not the cheapest for a lot of this stuff, but they have kind of everything. So we're also might run over to Trader Joe's because it's right next door. Trader Joe's has a lot of cheaper alternatives, which is great, but a lot of their stuff's not that healthy either. So we'll try to hit up both and I'll show you some different stuff. I had a guy at the gym just the other day ask me about, you know, how expensive it is to be a vegan, right? And the big thing I told him is, if you're doing it right, if you kind of are living on like more beans and stuff like that, it's actually really cheap. It's much cheaper than eating meat. If your diet consists of 100% arugula, it's going to be a really expensive way to live. But if you're eating, you know, more like heavy carbs like beans and sweet potatoes and stuff like that, it's actually a much, much cheaper option than living on a meat diet. So are there any particular items at Whole Foods that you're kind of looking forward to trying?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a week run and then just sort of see what happens. So I'm looking to hopefully get something that will do like a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a couple snacks. I'm looking to try out some of the meat alternatives, and then also possibly like some different vegetable dishes that you can make that taste really good to keep my mind off of all the steak and chicken I'm missing out on.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be getting the Beyond Meat burgers. Mainly because Jamie told me if I come home without it, she's gonna kill me. so I have to come home with some of that stuff because we have actually not had it since we did that video, which has been about a month, and she's been craving it. So we're gonna get some of the Beyond Meat burgers, and I'll show you guys some other really cool stuff. I'll show you one of my favorite brands of tofu. I'll show you a bunch of different stuff we get at Whole Foods, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So for this, we're gonna make some spaghetti squash. Substitute, instead of using noodles, we'll use this, a little bit healthier, a little less carbs. Hopefully tastes just as good as the real deal.
So yeah, if you guys have not tried like zucchini or spaghetti squash as your pasta, you should definitely try that out. I actually prefer the zucchini, but you have to have a spiralizer for that. With the spaghetti squash, you can just roast it and like fork it out into like a pasta. It's really good. And then we'll go over to Trader Joe's in a minute, and they've got some great marinara sauces.
We have some fabulous live music later on, but right now here's the kind I prefer.
So Kevin just got a pound of lentils. He's gonna try to make the lentil recipe in my video. If you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check it out. I use a pressure cooker, but he's just gonna make them stovetop for now because he doesn't have one. And you can do it just like that with lentils because they don't have to soak and cook for 12 hours. Really simple, easy recipe that's awesome.
Hey man, how's it going?
How you doing?
I'm Alex.
Good, Josh. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Can I just ask what the camera's
This
all
is a
about?
YouTube channel. This is like a YouTube vegan channel.
Oh,
So
okay.
just filming like grocery shopping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That
Okay.
cool?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I just picked up this cashew milk yogurt, or cashew yogurt. Really excited about it. I haven't tried it before. I've tried a lot of soy yogurts and coconut yogurts. Definitely excited to try this cashew one out. All right, so Kevin just picked up some Beyond Meat beef crumbles. So he's gonna make like a spaghetti marinara with that and the spaghetti squash, and then we'll go get a good sauce over at Trader Joe's. All right, so I picked up a little bit of this Ciao Bello dark chocolate sorbet. This stuff is my favorite sorbet. Definitely check it out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
All right, so we're heading back from Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. Sorry there wasn't more footage in Trader Joe's. The Nazis that work there would not allow us to shoot. I don't know what the problem is there, but whatever. Whole Foods was pretty cool about it. Even though we had about 5 people come up to us and ask us what we were shooting, they were pretty cool about it. So anyway, I got a bunch of like goodies and a bunch of like kind of mostly not that healthy food, but I did get some healthy stuff for the week. Kevin got kind of more of like what you need for the week kind of food. And how much did you spend, you think?
Probably 55, 60 bucks.
All right, so Kevin spent about 60 bucks, and probably he'll need to go to the store one more time this week, probably get some like extra stuff. So we'll probably end up spending about $75, 80 bucks this week. But a lot of that stuff came from Whole Foods, and they're definitely not the cheapest. So a lot of the stuff you can get at Kroger or whatever kind of bigger store you have in your area, and you can get even, you know, even cheaper prices. All right, so you're gonna try this out for about a week. We're gonna do a video in a week and try to catch up and see how it went.
Yeah, so we'll do a week trial and just kind of see what happens. I mean, I've never given up meat for any amount of time, so I'm not gonna make a commitment to being a vegan, of course, right now off the bat, but I will make an effort, and we'll see what happens during this week, and we'll get back at it with a follow-up video.
Yep. And you're gonna watch Cowspiracy maybe, or
I'll check it out. Yeah, I got Netflix. I'm gonna check that out. Feel super guilty. And, say my prayers. Lord, forgive me. And we'll get back with another video.
Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna come back in like a week, and like I said, we'll check it out. You know, the main thing, if you guys are talking to non-vegans out there, is if you can find someone like Kevin's great, because he at least has an interest in it and recognizes maybe it might be a good option. Obviously, if people are just not interested at all, they're not gonna even look into it, probably not the kind of person you want to talk to about this or try to convert, if you will. But if someone's open to it, you know, you find someone that just might be interested or might kind of have some slight guilt about the animal part, or they care about the environment, try to just get them to give it a shot for a week, see how it goes. Kevin's gonna make some mostly healthy stuff. He's gonna make some lentils. He's gonna make some like cauliflower, some stuff like that. But he's also gonna try to make some slightly unhealthy stuff, like the Beyond Meat burgers. We're gonna make some grilled cheese. Yep. So we're gonna try to give him both sides of that stuff. And obviously there's a lot more options out there. It's not like he's trying everything that vegans eat, but he's trying a couple different key items to see if it's gonna work for him. So hopefully it does. We'll check back with you guys in a week, and we'll see how it goes, right?
All right.
All right.